I'm Professor Howard Davis. I've lived in Hong Kong for 30 years. One thing I realized early on is that there are misunderstandings on both sides of the divide between China and the West. So it kind of became my ambition to try to reduce them. Now, if we look at these misunderstandings, they seem to come from three different sources. The first is just bias. Sometimes it's conscious, sometimes it's unconscious. But for instance, we routinely see Western commentators describing China as the second largest economy in the world. If you adjust for the price differences, which is what the World Bank and the IMF do, what you'll see is that China's GDP actually overtook the US in 2015, and it's now more than 30% larger. In reality, China makes about 30% more stuff than the US. The second source of misunderstanding, which of course is common about everything, is just sloppy thinking. People use the same terminology to describe different things, so the discussions cease to make any sense. Thirdly, misunderstandings arise from failure to appreciate cultural and institutional differences. These misunderstandings, they appear across a wide range of issues. Two of them are addressed in these e-learning courses. One is Guanxi, the other is intellectual property in China, and I hope you find them interesting. The discussion on intellectual property in China has been framed in the West as mainly about intellectual property theft. However, the transfer of intellectual property into China is about much more than theft. So I hope that students will take away a number of insights from this e-learning course. First, they should understand what is intellectual property. Second, they should appreciate that countries' approaches to IP are driven by their development needs and by geopolitics. Third, students should recognize that the transfer of intellectual property to China is an integral and legitimate part of foreign direct investment. Now, having made these points, there are many examples of outright IP theft, and students should understand how big is the risk and how companies can best protect themselves.